Okay, what's up, my guys? Thank you for joining the live stream. Today we're gonna have a special show. We're gonna have a super mock draft. We have 5 people here waiting to come in from different parts of the nation. We have from California, um, Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania. I mean, the guys are from all over the place. Which my reasoning for you guys is to bring one big mock draft from different perspectives. Obviously, we did one last night in Joe Newell's channel. We're all Ravens fan, roughly the same biases. We all bring biases when we do mock drafts. It's just normal, it's human behavior. Even when we don't want to put human behavior in, it happens, okay? But me saying that, like I said, this is going to be a fun show. This is going to be a fun show. Like I said on the morning shows, how I always started here is with a quote. My quote of the day is, if you fall behind, run faster. Never give up, never surrender, and rise up against the odds. Jesse Jackson. If you fall behind, run faster. Never give up, never surrender, and rise up against the odds. Remember the live show here. If you want comments, I'm probably not going to follow the comments as much today, but if you want, you can always do super chat and all that stuff. And make sure follow the guys. They all do good stuff here. So without further ado, anyway, shout out to everybody here in the live stream, and please give it a thumbs up as you're watching this. Let's get started with my first guest, my guy Ryan. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? Thanks for having me.
So where they can find you, bro?
Yeah, man. So I'm out in Los Angeles, sunny California. Finally, it's been raining forever, but you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Dyrud, LAFB. The website we cover all Los Angeles football is just it's LAFBnetwork.com. So nice and easy to find. They have a Twitter handle for that as well. So yeah, man, excited to do this. Thanks for having me.
Cool. By the way, the description for the guys here should be down below. And if I forgot one, I'll make sure I put it after the stream. Okay. So next here is my guy from the Clowns, Big Rican.
The Crows fans always taking shots at the Brown.
Hey,
I unfortunately it is. Yeah, Big Rican on Sports, our YouTube channel, which we're just going to go multimedia now. So every video I put up will also have a link to Anchor and Google Podcasts where we are. The Twitter is my own Twitter handle, which is at Big Rican on Sport. I cover all the major sports, and I really hit on my teams: the Browns, Ohio State, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the New York Mets. So hopefully there'll be baseball soon so I can start doing some baseball shows.
Okay, cool. Now we have my other guy, Will.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Where they can find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter at the name that you see on the bottom left hand of your corner. And I'm starting up a football podcast in the summer. As you can see, I'm trying to remodel this room and to making it a nice little podcast, little studio. And thinking of doing another podcast about alcohol and kind of all that kind of good stuff.
This is a perfect time to try that. Look at my background behind. Yours looks better than mine. Mine is just an empty wall. Anyway, now a returning guest also from last year, like Big Rican was, Frank. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me, as always. I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. You can find me and the podcast on Instagram. The handle is in the description box there. But I cover mostly football. I'm also dabbling in jiu-jitsu and MMA stuff a little bit. Mostly film breakdowns. Doing a lot of draft stuff, obviously. Mock drafts are really fun. So, yeah, but thanks for having me.
And last but not least, Mr. Personal Foul, the Steelers fan.
Yes, sir. Here we go. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Should be exciting here. You can find the Personal Foul podcast on Twitter at foul_podcast. Again, it'll be in the description. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast. That's where we're at. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. It looks like there's a fan here of Ohio Buckeyes. That's what it looks like. So you might have a Buckeye fan. Yeah, those Buckeyes, man. I would say that they've been killing it lately on the NFL. And I like that kid from Maryland, but they went to Ohio, Chase Young. But anyway, like I said, my guys, so we're going to try to do here a 2-round mock draft. I would say as we were making every pick, you can put grades of the pick, and nobody here is gonna get offended. You can trash talk us, but if you do, prepare to be trash talk back. It's just normal. But yeah, this is the whole point, is to have fun. Like I said, make sure you give it a thumbs up as you're watching this video. Okay, my guys, are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Okay, so can everybody see that? Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Okay, so we have, let me put this here because I don't want, what you just saw there was the picks. Anyway, so there's the list. I have my list of the picks. We don't have this as a snake. My guys here are picking for their team and other teams. So it happens that you might see me picking, and then you might not see me picking for 6 or 7 picks. And then you might see me picking, and then 3 picks later pick again. But I try. It's roughly the same quantity of picks for everybody. Okay, we have 2 rounds, mock, and if we have time, we might go through a third, which I don't have prepared. But whatever, we'll deal with that. I will say for my guy here from Big Rican, I saw another Ohio, but there you go. Buckeye Ravens fan. Wow. That's better than a Buckeye Browns fan. So, shout out to my boys from Birdland BS. They're here. Okay, so let's get started, right? Let's just jump into it. My guy from Big Rican has the first pick.
Easiest one on the board today. Cincinnati is not going to Cincinnati this up, and with the first pick in the 2020 draft, they take Joe Burrow, the boy from Athens, Ohio, and LSU at number 1, Heisman Trophy winner, 60 touchdown passes, and well, he wasn't good enough to start at Ohio State, but he's going number 1 at LSU.
Ohio State would love to have him back last year. By the way, the question for the group is, how shocked would you guys be if 1, they traded, or 2nd, they pick somebody not named Joe Burrow?
I'd be blown away, because if they take the kid from Alabama, they're just basically being Cincinnati all over again.
Okay. Anybody else wants to jump in?
I mean, their biggest need right now is quarterback, and when you have a guy of Joe Burrow's caliber on the board, you don't mess that up. So I would be shocked if they do something different.
I mean, I'm rooting for this, because this is how you start the draft, by them picking Herbert. Well, that would be spectacular, especially there in my division. I would be just loving life. I'll be just mocking them, and I have another channel, which is with a Bengals fan. Oh, so much crap, so much trash talking that following day if that happens. But anyway, let's move on to the skins. That was Ryan.
Yes. All right. Well, I will give you your first fireworks of the draft. The obvious choice is Chase Young out of Ohio State.
My God.
But I think the skins are going to do something different. They're going to shock the world. Every year, someone does something wild. Last year, the Giants taking Daniel Jones 3rd overall, and we have new coaching staff here. I know Dwayne Haskins was taken last year 16th overall. But that's not his guy. That's not the quarterback that he wants to run with. So I think the Redskins are going to take that Justin Herbert out of Oregon, 2nd overall, and have a QB battle going into the year. I know it's shocking. It hasn't been mocked at all. But I think it's time to switch something up and throw off everybody.
Love it. I mean, it is a shocker, not completely, because what you said, there's a coaching change. I can see them going quarterback now. Justin Herbert, that is a surprise. I thought you were going to go Tua there for a moment. But it is a little surprising. Look, last year my first shock was not only pick number 3, which I texted Frank when that happened, but the Farrell pick for the Oakland Raiders, that was shocking, super high. So hey, things happen. And hey, man, okay, we went quarterback.
Yeah, and I like. I'll just say real quick, I like them going Herbert just because Ron Rivera, having Cam for many years. Last year, Kyle Allen was his guy. Big, strong quarterbacks. He brings Kyle Allen over to Washington, but I think Herbert complements that a little bit better than like a Tua would. I don't personally think Herbert's better than Tua, but I just think that's the way maybe the Redskins and Ron Rivera go.
So here we have the Lions pick, and that is my guy from the personal foul. The question is, will he pick or somebody wants to trade up? Now, different from usual mock drafts is you have 2 QBs out. Usually your mock drafts, you have a QB there, or you have 2 QBs, 2 of the top 3 QBs at pick 3 and 4. But anyway, for now, if nobody wants to trade up, my guy, is your pick.
Well, I mean, I was going to trade this pick.
I'm sorry?
I'll give you 10 and 41.
I'm not trading. I'm not trading with Chase Young here at 3. Okay. There's no way in heck I'm trading away with Chase Young there. I didn't see Herbert going 2. I thought it was going to be a lock for Chase Young at 2, and I was going to trade back for one of these teams to come up and grab a quarterback. But since Chase Young's there, I'm not silly. I'm taking Chase Young. I know we just lost big play Slay in the offseason for the Lions. Jeffrey Okudah's there. You cannot pass up a guy like Chase Young. Chase Young's the guy here for the Lions at 3.
Patricia will lose 80 pounds in that moment. And the moment the Skins pick Herbert, you see Matt Patricia go like that, be a skinny dude. He'll be sweating knowing that he's getting Chase Young. I mean, this is, woo, I like it. I like it a lot how this thing is going, by the way. Okay, Giants. Pick.
All right, so the Giants have a bunch of options here. Offensive tackle, but I'm going to go Isaiah Simmons.
Ooh, now before I make this pick, I would like for you to consider a trade here with the Chargers. Will you trade? Let me see here. Well, the question is, will you trade back or you want Simmons no matter what?
I'll trade back.
Okay, so we're gonna go Chargers and Giants. Where's the Giants? My G-man. There it is. Okay. So I would say send a 3rd and you give me your 4th for dropping 2 spots. Is that good? Okay. Let's see if this thing likes it. It's not me. Oh, it didn't like it. The Giants think it's too little. Okay. So let me just send a 3rd. And which is Giants don't want to trade this, man. Oh, this is too rich. Okay, you pick. Simmons, right?
All right. So Isaiah Simmons, they added linebacker in the offseason with Blake Martinez. Obviously, Ryan Connolly's coming back off an injury. But Simmons has so much power, speed, and versatility that I think you could put him anywhere, not only, but he also adds explosiveness to that linebacker group. And he's the best player on the board.
Okay, Isaiah Simmons. 4 to the G-man. Okay, this is interesting, man. Okay, so pick 5. I have my guy Will.
I think this is a clearly obvious one. The whole tank for Tua. So 5th pick, Miami's going to be taking Tua.
Say his last name.
I tried to pronounce his last name.
Tagovailoa, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is why because I'm the picks for the Chargers. I was trying to jump the fence here. Looks like they wanted too much, in my opinion. The Giants, or this shit here, wanted too much for the Giants to give for jumping to spot. But it can happen. Like, dude, you might think that's not real, but remember, the Bears traded pick 3 to San Francisco for pick 2. So literally, they just went to the pick above them and gave them 2/3 to get Mitch Trubisky, quarterback out of North Carolina. Anyway, so here the Chargers fan will be sad, but I think at this point you cannot overthink it. If you're a Chargers fan, you have to go and say, okay, we might be able to hit quarterback later and take. Actually, I'm gonna go with Becton here, tackle out of Louisville. Okay. Man, there's a lot of good players here for the Panthers, and that is my guy personal.
Yeah, I was going to have us go wide receiver, but the fact that they brought in from the Jets Robbie Anderson this offseason to go with DJ Moore, I don't think that's a big need. I'd like them to continue with the front. I'm going to go with Derek Brown out of Auburn here at 7.
Derek Brown. I think that's a solid pick. Once we reach to 10, we'll recap because we are probably going to have a trashy pick there, number 10, and then we can recap all those 10 picks.
Uh,
So we had the Cardinals, Ryan.
Yeah, so the Cardinals are one of those fascinating teams I think are turning things around and are going to be a real wild card this year. Don't know if they're making the playoffs yet, but their biggest need on the board right now is offensive tackle. They got to protect their assets in Kyler Murray. They obviously have a lot of firepower at receiver, at running back. So they got to get an offensive tackle, and they're going to go with the best on the board right now, Tristan Wirfs out of Iowa. Just a big dude who's super athletic and will be their left tackle staple for years down there in Phoenix.
Fair. I think they need to protect their quarterback. Nobody cares about the sexy pick, but that is a good pick there. Okay. So Jaguars, I had the club.
Yeah, so I'm going to double up on offensive tackle back-to-back. Jedrick Wills Jr. out of Alabama. You could go defensive tackle here, but Derek Brown's off the board, and then we'll delve into that as we get into the teen picks. But yeah, Jedrick Wills Jr. High upside, very athletic, uses his hands well, and he's very mature and coachable. Obviously at Alabama under Nick Saban.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick. Minshew Maniac. Okay, so the Clowns is the pick here, number 10, Big Rican.
Well, I'm going to take your advice from last year. And I'm going to go offensive line here. Of course, the Browns didn't have a first pick in 2019. And because everybody took who I wanted, I'm going to go Andrew Thomas out of Georgia.
Okay, so we're going to recap very quickly here the first 10 picks. You get Joe Burrow, pick number 1. Surprise, shocking, and God willing, this is how this draft happens. Justin Herbert, number 2, because I like shocks. I like last year start early. With the Giants and the Raiders, I wanted the Skins are a team that would do that. Chase Young, the Lions just making a party. Simmons goes to the G-Man. I would have thought that would have been a different pick, a tackle or a corner, but say Simmons, I understand, one of the best players in the whole draft. Tua at the Dolphins, we have Chargers taking Becton, Derek Brown to the Panthers, and then tackle. Where's Wills and Thomas to the Cardinals, Jaguars, and the Clowns. Okay.
I'd like to make a point here before we go into the next set of picks. Jeffrey Okudah is still sitting there. I think is mind-boggling.
I know.
I would have seen him probably go in Detroit if Detroit doesn't trade back on actual draft day, or also with the Giants possibly. I know Isaiah Simmons is there, or for that matter, Jacksonville. I know Jacksonville's in a whole rebuild. Jeffrey Okudah falling that far, if that happens, I see Jacksonville trying to pick up where they left off, letting go Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye with Jeffrey Okudah.
I couldn't agree more. I think the Giants would have been the pick there, but you make a great point with the Jag. But this is something that we have to know. Tackle play, O-line play in the league is atrocious. For most teams, their O-line is subpar. This is something I can see happen in the draft. We took 4 tackles in the first 10 pick, and you add 3 quarterbacks. So between tackles and quarterbacks, 7 out of 10 pick, somebody's going to fall out of the top 10. Okay? Somebody will fall out of the top 10. Okay? So anyway, so pick 11 here. I have Will.
Well, if this was actually draft day, I think there would at least be 1 offensive tackle available for the Jets, but they still got 3 amazing receivers that could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
So with the 11th pick in the draft, the New York Jets select Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver out of Alabama.
Jerry Jeudy, my favorite receiver, by the way. My favorite receiver. Okay. I have the Vegas Raiders. This is such an easy pick. Okudah sitting there. Yes, they need receivers. This is a deep class of receivers. Okudah for them. John Gruden will turn that car second number 1 after the Jets. You get Jeffrey Okudah, pick number 12, Ohio State. Okay, so pick 13, we had 49ers, and that's my guy personal.
It's very interesting here. Again, deep class of wide receiver after losing Emmanuel Sanders in the offseason. Definitely going wide receiver here. We're going to go CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb to go pair him up with Deebo Samuel.
I actually like for them, by the way, a corner there instead of a receiver. But I see the appeal for receivers because my guy Sander was good for them. But yeah, I think it's a solid pick. CeeDee Lamb and they're at 13. Okay, the second years, that is the club.
All right, so with all the offensive linemen that I would take in the first round off the board, I think that's where they would probably go in real life because, like you said, one of them is probably going to fall outside the top 10. If he makes it past the Jets, he'll make it to 14 to the Bucks. So, but with that being said, Javon Kinlaw, defensive lineman out of South Carolina.
Ooh, Kinlaw.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the pick. I like Kinlaw.
Put him next to put him on the inside, and he can do explosive things.
Okay, next to Ndamukong. Ndamukong's leaving probably next year. Fair.
Well, they also have Vita Vea too. Yeah, Vita Vea too.
Oh, that's true. That is true. They had the big boy. Okay, so we have the Broncos pick here, and that is my guy Ryan.
All right, so the Broncos, it's no question that probably the biggest need they have is wide receiver. There's some question marks in the secondary with Bryce Callahan if he's going to be healthy this year, so they could go C.J. Anderson. But with Henry Ruggs sitting right there, they need a speed guy. They have Cortland Sutton. They have Deshaun Hamilton. You add the speed guy, they can blow the top off like Ruggs just to give Drew Lock another weapon. So they run to the board or run to the podium or the virtual podium, that is, and pick Henry Ruggs out of Alabama.
Okay, Henry Ruggs. Okay, so let me pause here for a moment. Got my guy from Berlin MBS. This is a little bit late, and he said Mayor made the call for picks 15. This is a point that I have made to my Ravens guys. At pick 15, it's the highest, but not likely that I can see the Ravens go for getting a receiver. More likely it will be 20, but Ruggs would not be it. I don't like Ruggs as the receiver for the Ravens. I understand it for the Broncos because the Broncos have the big possession guy on Sutton. They don't have the speedy guy on the outside. We have the speedy guy. I want more the position guy. Henry Ruggs, it wouldn't be the guy that I want to jump that much higher, that many picks to get 15 with a guy that I think we already have that guy in Hollywood Brown. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's for my guys for the Ravens here. By the way, shout out to everybody here that is currently watching the live stream. Make sure you hit that like button as we continue. Okay, 16 is Big Rican.
Atlanta, the one thing they usually don't have is defense, so I'm going to go with – I'm not going to say his first name. Is it Kalavon Chason from LSU? Is that how you say his first name?
Chason. Yeah.
Second ranked edge rusher in the entire draft on a lot of big boards. You can't ignore it. Atlanta's Achilles heel has been their defense for years.
Interesting. Okay. I got it. Okay. Will, pick.
There's a lot of good people left on the board for the Cowboys, especially a corner since they lost Byron Jones. And they'd also be looking at safety because I believe they lost Jeff Heath this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So with the 17th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select C.J. Henderson, cornerback, Florida.
CJ, I think that's a solid pick. I think Cowboys need to trade. They need to pick some secondary. Because they need a playmaker in that secondary. D-line, they have a lot of guys, some older, some younger, but they're decent. On the secondary side, they're pretty atrocious. Personal foul, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just doing chomp on. Gators.
Okay. So interesting enough, we haven't had that many trades in this mock, but here you go. The Finns, that is my pick. I think the Finns will always be listening to a trade back scenario. In this position, they can pick a safety with the safety round pick that they got from their guy. Tackle will be the other one, and Josh Jones is there. And after that, the tackle starts getting thinner and thinner, although they have another pick at 26. So I'm going to go with Xavier McKinney and hope to get the tackle a little bit later. Okay. So now we have the Raiders again, and that is personal. That's your pick.
Yeah, very interesting here with the Raiders. They went steal, I believe, with their pick the first time with Jeffrey Okudah. I think they need another receiver here to go along with Tyrell Williams. So I see them going receiver. I'm going to go Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State.
Brandon Ayuk. Pick 19, Arizona State. I know a lot of my Ravens fans want him in the second round. He didn't make it even close to the second round.
I don't see it happening.
Brandon Ayuk to the Raiders. Okay. Pick 20. That's the club picking for the Jags.
All right. So before I delve into the Jaguars' second pick of the first round, I just want to touch on the Buccaneers again. If they were to take Kinlaw, I think you can rotate Vita Vea in on third down. So that's just a little tidbit there. But
I think also
for the Jaguars, I'm going to take Patrick.
No, the only thing I was gonna say, if you think about it, Sue's in a 1-year deal. He's older. At this point, if you pick Kinlaw, you're saying, Sue, you're gonna be the depth guy. You're gonna be the rotational guy. I'm gonna put my 2 studs there, my 2 young bucks, and then rotate you as needed. So I got the pick. So anyway, go ahead, man.
All right, so the Jaguars, I'm gonna take Patrick Queen at LSU. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the linebackers in this class, and they're in the market for an off-the-ball linebacker, and he offers versatility just like Simmons. And he's a little undersized, but he's really twitchy and fast, and he hits hard.
Yeah, no, we Ravens fans obviously like Patrick Queens. They will love Patrick Queens here. So let me see here. I have some comments here. I don't know, Bertland, who you said over Judy. Judy is my number 1 receiver. And then for the pick of Brandon Ayuk, I forgot who made that pick. Personal, was it you? Okay. So here's the answer. What the muck?
Need a receiver. Need a receiver there. Need a receiver. Talented guy.
So there's some comments for, hey guys, again, this is why I said to you I wanted to bring people from different places of the country, because we here in Baltimore are a little biased. We think Brandon Ayuk. Now, to be fair, this is not them. I made a video way before the draft or the mock, before the combine, saying that I don't think Brandon Ayuk is a first-round pick. I think Brandon Ayuk is a day 2 pick. This is just my opinion. I think most receivers are day 2 picks, to be honest. The big 3, day 1, and then Jefferson, I think, is a day 1, and then Mims is borderline, and then the rest for me are day 2. That's just me. Oh, yeah. So Berlin, yeah, Judy was the first receiver that went, man. Judy was here, 11. Oh, I see why you're putting all those comments about Judy. Okay. Anyway, so pick 21, that's the Eagles. Ryan.
All right. Well, everything fell into place perfectly for Philadelphia. Their biggest need is wide receiver. I didn't think he'd be here, but with Ayuk going, Justin Jefferson is still available out of LSU. So the Eagles are going to take Justin Jefferson and add some firepower for Carson Wentz.
Okay. Now, hear me out in here. I would like your opinion, all you guys' opinion on this. I think the Eagles probably go receiver. I just don't think Justin Jefferson is the receiver for them. And I will explain myself with my same reasoning that we did with the Broncos. Receiver that the Eagles need is a super speedy guy on the outside. Jefferson thrive in inside slot. I think that's where they're going to try to put Jeffrey, because they're going to step back, and at this point, he's untradeable. I think Mims is a little bit faster, more of an outside guy. I would have probably go Mims there for them before Justin Jefferson, but I would like to hear everybody's opinion here on that pick.
I'll just jump first since I took it. I totally see what you're saying. I agree with that. For me, when you're drafting, though, especially receivers, you don't always draft necessarily for specific receiver positional. You just draft the most talented guy on the board and you plug him in where he fits. And I think he's the most talented guy, and you make it work with him.
Okay, I saw personal agreeing with you. Anything else you want to add there?
Yeah, you got to go best guy there, whoever you think fits in your system the best. That's why I took Ayuk. I think he does a lot. And, I get Jefferson still there. You got T. Higgins still there too. But you got to go what's best available for your team, and this draft is loaded. So you might see some surprising stuff in the first round with the wideouts. You might even see KJ Hamler go here in the first round.
Gotcha. And my whole point is the Eagles' offense took a step down as soon as Djax went out. When Djax was there, they were clicking because they had over the top. As soon as Djax went out, there was no over the top. They didn't have to worry about no burners. The defense didn't, and that's what I think this team needs a little bit more. But I got you. I love Jefferson. I like Jefferson, to be honest, more than Ruggs. I've been saying this. I love Jefferson, but the Eagles it will be the same thing for the Vikings. I think the Vikings having Thielen, Justin Jefferson is not the best fit in my opinion, but let's see. I could be wrong. Okay, anyway, pick 22. That is my guy, Big Rican.
I'm going to stay wide receiver for Minnesota, of course, trading Stephon Diggs, and I'm going Denzel Mims out of Baylor.
Receivers flying off the shelf. Okay, I got it. Now, pick 23, we have Will for the Patriots.
So, I have on my little piece of cheat paper right here. I was thinking of taking a quarterback for New England, but I was like, you know what? That doesn't really make much sense. So, with the 23rd pick, the New England Patriots select Kenneth Murray, linebacker, Oklahoma.
Wow. Ooh. Kenneth Murray. And like that, all the Ravens fans' hopes and dreams are crushed. And the Aints fans. And the Aints. Because I know the Aints wanted that linebacker. Okay. I think that is a pick that the Patriots will make. I think we all think it's going to be a quarterback. I think it's going to be a defensive player. I don't know if it is Kenneth Murray, but I think it's going to be a defensive player. 24. We had the Vikings. No, wait.
Saints.
Ain't. Oh, that's me. And the linebacker's gone. But the other position, they were so desperate that they called the G-Man. This is the Saints. And they said, who is your trashiest corner? That's my guy next year. And they went again and got Eli Apple. Eli Apple was utterly trash for the Giants and the Aints. I don't know who picked him. I know somebody signed him this year. And if it is your team, I am sorry. I'm going to go with Gladney, corner out of TCU. Okay. 25th. Now we got personal.
Yeah, is that a edge rusher from Penn State still available? Yes, yep. Yetur Gross-Matos. I'm taking him here, especially with Everson Griffin on the market. And the 2 picks before me, again, the Vikings took a receiver. If they don't take it there, possibly here. But at the same time, there's talks with Odell Beckham with the Vikings. So I don't know how true it is.
Stefanski and Barry have already both said Odell's in the plans. This is all crap in the media.
That's all that they say.
Hey, the Giants I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on. But they're going to either take a wide receiver, one of these 2 picks, if Odell is actually not a real thing. I don't see it happening. I think the Browns, prize Odell, and he looked pretty happy getting his new jersey yesterday. But they're going to go edge rusher here with Everson Griffin on the free agent market.
Okay. 26 Dolphins. That is the club.
All right, so with the Dolphins' 3rd pick in the first round, it might be a little bit of a reach here, but I'm going to take Grant Delpit from LSU. I think he's very similar to Minkah Fitzpatrick in terms of the pursuit on the ball.
We have the Squealer fan here talking.
Yes, sir. You know what's up. Been
a big Minkah fan since week 3.
Heck yeah. You know it, Will. Big Minkah. All pro. Don't forget that. Don't forget that 18th pick. Steelers select Minkah Fitzpatrick. Let's not forget that.
Let me tell you something. I think
with the Dolphins, the Dolphins just need a playmaker, and I think Delpit is going to fill that hole on the back end.
Okay, yeah, I like Delpit. I think Delpit could be a playmaker. He has issues sometimes tackling, but he can find the ball. I like the pick. I like the pick there. 27, we have Ryan for the Seahawks.
Yeah, so the Seahawks, just lost, or they haven't technically lost it. He's still a free agent, but Jadeveon Clowney's gone, so they need help at the edge. Obviously, they're built on defense and need pass rush. And who's left on the board that I like the best is AJ Epinesa out of Iowa. I think he's a good, solid player. Would be great in that defense. So AJ Epinesa goes to the Seahawks.
And with that, again, all Baltimore's hopes and dreams are crushed. So
I keep doing that to you.
I know, man. I know. But this is the pick. The Baltimore Ravens here. I'm trading back, to be honest. There's no way. And if none of y'all want to trade back, I have a trade partner, which will be myself here. which will be the Colts.
Nice.
Is one of the favorite traits that I think. So where's Baltimore Ravens? Okay, I think they probably swap seconds. I think that is what is fair here. Let's see. Of course, somebody will complain. Oh, they didn't complain. Okay, and with that pick, my pick there will be Jordan Love, quarterback, to be behind Phillip Rivers for a year. They have that fifth year option, 1 year behind Phillip Rivers. Then they transition to Jordan Love. I think it makes sense. If Jordan Love would have been there, and more receivers would have been there, that's another trade that I can see them taking for receiver. But anyway, I like Jordan Love to the Colts since our guy is not Phillip Rivers only there for a year. Anyway, we get the Titans. Who was the Titans pick? That's Big Rican.
Yeah, the Titans have to replace Jack Conklin, who signed with the Browns. Okay. So I'm going to go Josh Jones out of Houston.
That's a solid pick. Solid pick. Kate, we have Green Bay, the 30th with Will.
So Green Bay needs a wide receiver. And the best wide receiver on the board right now is Jalen Reagor. So that is my pick at a TCU.
TCU, man. We're gonna recap the first 32 picks as soon as the 32nd pick is done. Okay, my guys. We have the Niners, and that is picked by Personal.
Yeah, San Fran. Can go a bunch of ways here. I was going to look at some front help, especially after losing. Who did they lose to the Colts? Armstead? DeForest Buckner. That's it. But I'm going to have to go secondary help. I'm going to have to go with the kid out of Auburn.
The kid out of Auburn.
Noah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name.
So you're passing on Fulton. You like Noah better.
Nope. Yep. I like him better out of Auburn.
Okay. I actually like Fulton, especially at 31, but I got it. Anyway, Chiefs, 32nd pick, the club.
All right, so they're the defending Super Bowl champions at this point, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. But there's some cap implications that I think they might take Josh Jones if he's on the board in real life, because Eric Fisher is going to be he's owed like $11 million next year. But I'm going to go running back. I think my favorite is J.K. Dobbins, and he's just way more dynamic, and any of these guys are, than Damian Williams. I know his performance in the Super Bowl was, well received, but he's limited, and I think giving Patrick Mahomes a guy to kind of lay off of and receive the ball in some instances is going to be the pick.
Okay, so let me just sort of recap, and let me also, before recapping, I'll say, Frank, I agree with you. I love a running back here. The Chiefs were super dynamic last year, but they weren't even close as dynamic as when they had Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt in that offense was spectacular. If they can find Kareem Hunt, it's going to cause a lot of problem to a lot of people. I also would have gone Fulton here, but I can see the pick on the running back. But anyway, let's recap here. Pick 1, Joe Burrow, Bengals. 2, Redskins got Justin Herbert. Chase Young, we got with the Lions. The 4th pick, it was Isaiah Simmons to the G-Man. Tua goes to the Dolphins. Becton goes to the Chargers. Brown goes to the Panthers. Wirfs goes to Cardinals. Wills goes to Jags. Andrew Thomas from Georgia goes to the Clowns. Judy goes to the Jets. Okuda made it all the way to 12 to the Raiders. Lamb goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Kinlaw goes to the Buccaneers. Ruggs goes to the Broncos. Chase Sun to the Falcons. Henderson to the Cowgirls. McKinney goes to the Dolphins. Ayuk to the Raiders. Queens goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jefferson to the Eagles. Mims to the Skulls. Murray goes to the Bella Cheaters. Gladney goes to the Aints. Matos goes to the Skulls again. Delpit to the Finns. Seahawks go Epinesa. There's one trade here. Baltimore traded back with the Colts. Colts got Jordan Love. Josh Jones to Tennessee. Rieger goes to Packers. Noah, sorry for your last name, goes to Auburn. And then J.K. Dobbins running back to the Chiefs. Okay, that was
Frank, you're killing me.
Why?
How so?
Because I was taking Dobbins at 41.
You're not gonna pick another running back to the Clowns.
We'll see.
Okay, so here, pick 33 is the start of the second round, and we have the club picking. Wait,
I think it's
Ryan.
me.
It's Ryan. Sorry. Thank you for keeping me honest, Ryan. It's your pick.
All right. Well, the Bengals obviously have all sorts of needs, being the first pick in each round. They went Joe Burrow in the first. You got to protect your asset, so they stick to the offensive line. I think they go inside and take Cesar Ruiz, one of the best inside guys out of Michigan. So get him in there. He can play center or swing out to guard. Cesar Ruiz.
Dude, that was gonna be my pick. You guys.
That was gonna be my pick too. That's unfortunate.
You're killing me.
I just know where you're going.
You people suck. Okay, I'm open for another trade back. What the F? We're not going to pick. The Ravens are not going to pick anybody in this draft. Anybody looking to trade up at 34?
I'll trade up.
Who said that? Okay, well.
The Chargers would like to trade up.
Okay, so that's 37. Let's see, 37. That's Chargers here. And then we get Baltimore. So where's Baltimore? I always search for them, looking for Baltimore instead of the Ravens. I do the same for every team. Anyway, so what, a third? A fourth? What are you thinking?
I'll trade a third to move up.
Okay. I'll take that trade in a heartbeat. Okay. So your pick.
All right. So I have to get back to that board really quick. So for the Chargers, I was looking at either a quarterback or linebacker, none of which are there. But I'm going to be looking to take Isaiah Wilson, offensive tackle out of Georgia, with this pick.
Okay, God knows they need tackle help, O-line help. Okay, we get the Lions. Big Rican, your pick.
I'm gonna go with quarterback here, believe it or not, and I'm gonna go Jacob Eason out of Washington.
QB Eason, damn, quarterbacks flying off the board. Okay, this is my guy, the club.
All right, so with Ruiz off, unfortunately, to the Bengals, I'm going to reach a little bit, and this might surprise, but I'm going to go Julian Okwara from Notre Dame.
Wow.
I like him a lot.
I like him too.
I like him a lot too, but I wanted to get him later.
Yeah.
You people suck, really. Okay. Damn. I'm stunned. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stunned here. I'm like, what the F am I supposed to do here? I like none of these guys. I'm about to take Fulton, even though we don't need no corners in our team. Damn. I'm not big as heck. Anybody wants to trade up, by the way? I'm open. Looks like no takers here. So I'm gonna go. I hate this. Hate this so bad. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Man, you people really suck. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go with Terrell Lewis. Yeah, I'm gonna go Terrell Lewis. Okay. Who's the Panthers pick here?
Me.
Who said
I'm gonna go personal. I'm gonna go with Fulton here.
Fulton. I think
shouldn't have fell this far.
I agree. I agree.
I'll take a steal here.
I like him a lot. Okay, Fins.
All right. I think the next biggest need for the Finns is going to be at the tackle. Obviously, losing Laramie Tunsil last year. There's two that I like a lot, but I like the guy out of USC who I cover out here in Los Angeles. So Austin Jackson is going to be moving out to Miami and be their next tackle.
Austin Jackson. I think
I like that pick, Ryan.
Yeah, I like that pick too. Okay. So it's interesting here for the Texans. They're gonna F it up because that's what the Texans do. Their GM is a decent coach, horrible GM. So I'm gonna go get
coach. Woof.
Well, I mean,
that's being nice.
And in that division, he has won that division in the last. I don't know.
That division's been bad though.
Oh, true, but
the division's been subpar. When you trade away one of the best receivers and you're complaining the whole time you want a first-round draft pick and you don't get one for DeAndre Hopkins, no, awful job.
Well, that's why
Diggs gets a first-round pick, but DeAndre Hopkins doesn't. No, sir. Awful job. Fired. See you later.
I don't disagree with you.
Out the door.
That's the GM's work, right? That's what I'm saying.
Bill O'Brien is the GM.
See you later. Yeah, he is the GM and the coach.
This is why I said they have a trash GM and a decent coach. I think he's a decent coach coaching, but when they expanded his horizon as a GM, he's a trash GM. Anyway, I'm going to give them here Zach Bond. Okay? So we go with the Clowns pick here. Rican.
I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm actually going to go running back depth here.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah. No, Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor, Wisconsin.
Just because we don't know what's going to happen with, Weed Boy and his bust earlier this year. He may have gotten a second-round tender, but you're going to put Nick Chubb and Jonathan Taylor in the same defensive or offensive backfield? Come on.
Okay, so I want to say this. This draft is full of reaching. I'm praying it doesn't happen next week. Hey, man, this is, again, you guys see my mocks all the time. You see Baltimore guys mocks all the time. This is a perspective from people from different parts of the country all at once, okay? Who has the next pick at 42? Will.
So with the 42nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Neville Gallimore, interior lineman, Oklahoma.
Gallimore. Sounds good. Okay. Now the Bears.
The Bears.
A quarterback.
Bears. Nah, they got Foles, boy. They got Foles. All right. They got Foles and Trubisky. They all right now. They're right now.
Personal. Your pick.
What wide receivers are left on the board here?
The next one is Hamler, so speedy guy on the outside.
Penn State.
Yeah, and then they can pair with the other Penn State. They also need corner help, and they have Jalen.
Need a lot of help. A lot of help.
Chenault is there. I know a lot of people like LaVisca.
Is AJ Terrell? Is Terrell still there at Clemson?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Terrell here.
Corner from Clemson, AJ Terrell.
Good pick.
Okay.
Thank you.
Man, in here is another for me. This is like full of trade back scenarios. In my opinion, here we went edge with the first pick. I can see us going with Jeremy Shin. I can see us going here with Marlon Davis. Anybody wants to trade up just in case? Nope. Okay, I can see us going with any of the three receivers that are currently on the board. I'm going to go with what I think is the more dynamic and more needed at this players. Hold on. How many picks do I have left? I have two more. Okay. I'm going to go and pick. I hate this. I'm hating this draft, by the way. I'm literally hating this, but I'm going to go no, not Marlon. I'm going to go Jeremy Shin here. I'm going to go Jeremy Shin. Tampa, pick.
All right, so I think we're going to pull the trigger on DeAndre Swift from Georgia. He had 73 receptions last year. We know Tom Brady likes throwing to the running back, and he's in terms of running, he's very elusive, kind of slim, but that helps him cut corners. I think he's very dynamic, and he gives Tom Brady not only a solid running back, but also threat in the receiving game.
Okay.
It's a good pick. It's a solid pick there.
The Broncos. Who's that pick? 46. We have. Oh, that's me. Okay. I think they're gonna go corner here. Jalen Johnson, Utah.
Wow.
I would like to know the opinion of Ryan there, because I know he follows the Broncos as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good pick. They need some more depth there. They could go offensive tackle as well. I need to add depth there, but I think either of those would be a fine pick. Ezra Cleveland was there, who I probably would have gone with personally out of Boise. But yeah, I like Johnson. He's been great in the Pac-12.
Okay. So Hawks, the Atlanta Falcons. Not the Hawks. That's the NBA. Falcons.
You know, you actually wrote Hawks when you did the order yesterday.
Did I?
You know, got to protect Matty Ice. I know. I got to protect Matty Ice a little bit too, and I'm going to go Jonah Jackson, interior offensive lineman from Ohio State.
Ooh.
The
Ohio State University.
Okay, so who's 48 here?
It was I.
Will, I want to trade with you, man. I want to trade with you. Pick 60. I want to trade with you.
Well, what pick are you trading with me?
I'm going to give you a third. Pick 60 is what I'm picking.
Might as well pick it, Will. Might as well pick it. You ain't going to pick it in this draft. Might as well pick it now, Will.
No. Well, but this is, you know, you're not you're a Jets fan, right? So this is even more important for you.
Yeah, this is important for me.
So I will say I'm giving you a third round pick to move up in the draft. So you get an extra third.
I mean, the Jets already have a couple thirds, but I think I want to stay put with this pick.
Man, you see, the people suck. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
So with the 48th pick, the New York Jets select Urza Cleveland, offensive tackle, Boise State.
Boise.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to play on green stuff instead of blue?
Blue Mountain State University.
So, personally, this is your team. The only pick they have in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Whoa! They had a first round pick. Don't forget who's on the chest. Don't forget they had a first round pick. But yeah, I see the Steelers going a bunch of different ways here. I pretty much see them going best available. I can see them going wide out. It's a very deep draft. They drafted wideouts really well. Deontay Johnson last year. Yeah, is KJ Hamler still there? Got to keep the man from Pennsylvania. I'm going to go KJ Hamler. I'm going to go a speed guy and spice up the receiving core with Deontay Johnson, James Washington, and franchise Jew. I'm going to go KJ Hamler at Penn State.
KJ Hamler. Okay. So pick 50th. I'm going to try to trade up again. Here, Ryan. I would like to trade up with you, brother. I'm pick 60. Or you want to stay?
No, I think we can do that for a third.
Whoa. Not a third now. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, you're willing to give a third 2 picks ago. Now you're not?
Attaboy, wheel and deal. Attaboy, raise his price. Raise the price. Get him.
The Bears need picks, right? The Bears barely have picks.
And are you giving me 55 or 60?
I'm giving you 60. If I'm going to give you a third, I'm going to give you 60. Because I'm going to give you pick 92nd. So not only my last third, I'm going to give you my mid third.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
Bears get you more picks.
Yes, they can. Let's see here. So the Ravens might complain. Hold on. Ravens might complain because it's too much here. So I have a go around of this. So we're going to go Ravens here. We're going to go the Bears because the Bears can use picks because the Bears suck right now. Okay, so it'll be confirm. Let's see this. Boom. Okay, here I'm gonna go before anybody takes my boy here. So I have I forgot I don't have 55. Forgot that. So I'm gonna go here with my guy Michael Pittman. Wide receiver.
USC.
My favorite receiver in the draft.
USC. Okay.
University of Southern Cal.
You made it happen, man. You made it happen to a great organization. He will thank you for that. The club. There's your pick for the Cowboys, your favorite team.
So who did the Cowboys take?
From the first round?
Who did the Cowboys take at 18?
At corner, C.J. Henderson.
Yeah. Oh, C.J. Henderson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to double up in the secondary. Antoine Winfield Jr., not on the level of McKinney and Delpit, but he's definitely a playmaker, pretty rangy. He's better in coverage than he is, in terms of pursuit and run defense or pressuring. But, Antoine Winfield, good value.
Okay, so we have the Rams. That pick is that's my pick. Okay, they can go different ways here. I think they might be desperate more for linebacker than edge. And again, I would like how Ryan. You know what, Ryan? I'll let you make this pick. I would have been picking Jordan Brooks, but I know you covered the team. So what is your pick for them?
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. So he's a little down the board. I don't think it's a reach. I think he's undervalued. You might agree with me, Big Rican. Out of Ohio State, Damon Arnett. They need more help to pair with Jalen Ramsey. So I like Damon Arnett at pick 52.
I love that pick.
Guy's solid. Guy's a first-round talent.
The guy had one of the best numbered years in all corners in college football and played 9 games with a broken hand.
Yeah, dude's a baller. So him and Jalen Ramsey, that's going to be a fun backfield for the Rams that they can have for years.
Okay, solid. Okay, so pick here for the Eagles. That's Big Rican.
I'm going wide receiver again, and I didn't see I wrote him down, so they're going to take T. Higgins out of Clemson.
So they go back-to-back wide receivers?
Ooh.
So they went round one.
I know.
Okay. T. Higgins, Clemson. Okay. So Buffalo, that is Will.
I'm gonna just throw a wild card in here. So Buffalo's gonna take Joshua Uche, edge
sir, go blue.
Michigan.
Uche.
Go blue.
Go blue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go blue. Don't worry. You own us. We're the little brother, but don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I need to hear it, sir.
So pick 55, it was a trade. Oh, that's my pick again. I traded that one with the Colts, which was also my pick. But anyway, so I think there will be ecstatic Laviska here, Chenault. Getting another weapon for Phillip Rivers and eventually Jordan Love. Okay, the Finns.
Gonna go offensive line here. Got to protect Tua. I'm gonna go Matt Hennessy out of Temple.
Matt Hennessy.
Center from Temple.
Yeah,
got to keep him upright. Mr. Fragile. Got to keep him upright.
Okay, so pick 57. That is right.
Me and the Rams.
Man, now the pick that I wanted, it was stupid because he's still there. But anyway, go ahead, pick for the Rams.
All right, so the Rams desperately need inside linebacker help, letting Corey Littleton walk, which I think was a big mistake, signing with the Raiders. There's 2 on the board I do like, but I'm going to go with Jordan Brooks out of Texas Tech.
Jordan Brooks. So we have the Skulls here. Ooh, will they take another Diggs? Interesting. Who's pick 58? Is that me? Oh no, the club. Take corner Diggs. Are they family?
I thought I was the Seahawks.
No, I have Big.
No, that's me.
You're the Vikes.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, then I'll take Trayvon Diggs.
From Diggs to another Diggs. I think they're family, by the way. Okay, so Seahawks. I would like to trade up with you, Seahawks.
What am I getting?
So you will get, hold on. That's 59. The Seahawks love to trade back. So where's the Seattle Seahawks here? Seahawks and Ravens. Okay, so obviously, this is the end of the third, basically. So you get a high third, which is it was the Chargers' third, and a fourth.
What's my last personal pick of this whole thing?
Is it?
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna make this pick, and I'm gonna do my Homer Reach pick of the entire draft.
Go ahead.
Seattle, KJ Hill, wide receiver, the Ohio State University.
Surprise, Ohio State.
Yeah, told you, Homer Reach pick.
The Bears. Now, who did I trade with the Bears? I traded earlier with somebody. Do you guys remember who did I traded with?
I think it was me, actually.
You might be right. So yes, Brian. That is your pick then.
Okay. Perfect. And let's the Bears just need more talent on offense. They I don't know if they're ever going to get quarterback figured out, but let's give them some weapons. So let's go Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame, wide receiver.
Wow.
Chase
Claypool. Wow.
Claypool. Where's the love early for Cole Kmet on that offense?
Claypool going early, boy. Oof.
Claypool. Okay, so Tennessee, that's 61st. That is Will.
So the 61st pick, the Titans are going to select Curtis Weaver, edge rusher, Boise State.
Well, is that your second pick from Boise? Why do I feel like you said Boise already today?
I said Boise earlier. I forgot who
you did, right?
You got Cleveland.
By the way, would you go with the Packers? I know you had the Packers first round pick. Would you go with the Packers? So I'm up now.
The Packers, I went with Jalen Reagor.
You did. You went Rieger from TCU.
Would they go tight end? Would they be the first tight end?
Who's the highest tight end on this board?
Cole Kmet.
Yeah, Cole Kmet.
Secondary is okay in Green Bay. Yeah, I'll go tight end. They did just lose Jimmy Graham. I'll go tight end. They need a tight end. They didn't do anything in free agency with a tight end, so I'm going tight end here.
Cole Kmet. And now we have the Chiefs. Whose pick is here? The Chiefs. That's Ryan.
That is me. All right. Well, the Chiefs obviously don't need a lot of help, but they went running back in the first, correct?
Yep.
All right. So let's add some defensive help. Obviously, that's the one area improvement they could do. Let's get Willie Gay Jr. out of Mississippi State, add a linebacker to that room.
Linebacker Willie Gay Jr. Sounds good. Now I'm looking to trade here with the Seattle Seahawks. Who has 64? The club.
There's my Seahawks pick.
It's the last pick, but I'm looking to trade with you. Will you take that trade? So let me see.
Well, what am I getting back?
I'm telling you right now. Where's my Ravens? Ravens. Okay, so you're the last pick of the second. So obviously this is a high third. So you're moving back 7 spots, and you're getting a 5th.
I could do that. I don't think the Seahawks, with the wide receivers off the board, not a crazy impact edge rusher left. I think they could pull this off.
I agree with you. Let me see here. Let's do it differently. So, with the last pick of the second round, there's so many good values here, but I'm gonna go Lloyd Cushenberry, pick 64. Okay, and with this we conclude. Hey, we have been here for an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and just review the second round. We did the first round. You can go back if you're watching the replay to see what we did in the first round. But we started the second round with Cesar Ruiz to the Bengals. We get Wilson to the Chargers. Eason, quarterback to the Lions. The New York Giants, the G-Man got Aquara. Ravens got Terrell Lewis. Panthers got Fulton. Aston Jackson goes to the Fins. The Texans, worst GM in the league, got Zach Bond. Jonathan Taylor goes to the Clowns. Gallimore goes to Jacksonville Jaguars. AJ Terrell, good corner, goes to the Bears. Jeremy Chin goes to Ravens. DeAndre Swift goes to the Buccaneers. Jalen Johnson, corner, goes to the Broncos. Jonah Jackson, inside O lineman or guard, goes to the Falcons. Jets get Cleveland. KJ Hamler goes to the Squealers. Pittman goes to the Ravens. Anthony Winfield goes to the Cowgirls. Damian Arnett goes to the Rams. T. Higgins goes to the Eagles. Joshua Uche goes to the Bills. Chenault goes to Colts. Hennessy goes to the Fins. Jordan Brooks goes to the Rams. Trayvon Diggs goes to the Minnesota Vikings. KJ Hill, Ohio State, big reach there, but that's what the Seattle Seahawks tend to do. Chase Claypool goes to the Bears. Curtis Weaver goes to Tennessee. Cole Kmet goes to Green Bay. Willie Gay Jr. to the Chiefs. And to finish the second round, Lloyd Cushenberry to the Ravens. Okay, my guys, I thought this was great. I like it a lot. It was a very fun experience doing it with other people, see what everybody will pick in the scenarios. So I love it. So let me go back and Ryan, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm out on the West Coast. You can find me on Twitter at Ryan Dybrood, LAFB. The website is lafbnetwork.com. Podcast is Believe in LA Football. We cover all the LA teams, Rams, Chargers, USC, and the UCLA Bruins. So thanks for having me on, brother.
No problem. Big Rican, where they can find you?
On Twitter at Big Rican on Sport, YouTube, Big Rican on Sports, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
Okay. We'll get...
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at Will Gethard. I'm going to be starting up some sports podcasts in the summer. I'll be tweeting about them relatively soon, coming June, whenever this whole pandemic goes away and I could start building this room into what I envision it.
Okay, and then the club.
All right, you can find me on Instagram, clubhouse.cast. Yeah, I guess you can follow me on Twitter, pod_clubhouse. I don't really want to go on Twitter, so
that's
I drink to that.
I guess avoid that. But as for content goes, I'm excited to announce I'm introducing, me and my friend are collabing for a specifically defensive back breakdowns. He's a safety at our high school, so he knows a little bit more about the specific position than I do. And then a bunch of draft stuff, and then the grappling, like I mentioned. But yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the platform.
No problem.
A lot of fun.
Personal, where they can find you, man?
You can find the Personal Foul Podcast on Twitter at foul_podcast. You can find the podcast on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you find your podcast, we're there. But we don't just do football. We do basketball, baseball, hockey. We do it all. Just give us a check and give you a follow back.
Okay. Well, my guys, go check their channels or podcasts out. It was fun. You can go ahead, put grades in the comment section below. You can trash me because I know this draft sucked. I already said this a couple of times already. I will hate life if the draft falls like this. But anyway, I do appreciate everybody. This is what I wanted, right? I wanted like balls out of left field, just different stuff, some things that, you're reacting to every pick because that's how the draft goes. You're just reacting. Some teams reach, some teams straight back, straight forward, whatever. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming. Thank you, guys. Go check their channel. Give it a thumbs up. I will see you tomorrow. See ya.